Okay, I'm very randomly filming this. It's literally 11:30 at night, and I just looked to see if I had my feedback from my last summative that I've just done, and I've got it. So I thought I'd just film. I'm nervous. If you watched one of my other videos, we were doing a zine project, and this project that I've just done was you had to remix it, so you had to come up with a new outcome, which I'll show you everything afterwards depending on what this feedback is. I'm so scared. Right, I'm clicking it. Feedback. Lucy's feedback. Fuck, I'm so nervous. When was this given to me? Friday, I didn't even look. Okay. I'm gonna do that naughty thing and just scroll to the grade, which is what you should not do, but I'm gonna do it. What? Oh my god. I got high first. Oh my god. I was not expecting that. I feel like I could cry. I was not expecting that. Well, I literally thought I was going to get a 2-1 at best, which obviously isn't bad, but oh my god. Hello everyone, it's a few days later and I thought I would come and show you what I actually submitted for this submission, in case you're interested in FCP. So I can't remember if I said before, but my course is Fashion Communication and Promotion. So if you're interested in looking at the course, or if you're in first year looking what we do in second year, or if you're just interested. So I thought I would actually show you the bits and bobs that I did. So there was quite a few things that we had to submit for this. So we had to submit, it was called the remix brief. So we had to submit a visual report for that. Along with that, there was an appendix that went with that. I submitted my workbooks, which are these. I am a child, and I had to decorate them. This wasn't officially part of the submission, but I went through the trouble of scanning in all my pages, so I thought I'd show them it anyway. And then we had a section called self-promo, so all about developing our own branding, and for the world of work. So then we had to submit a portfolio and a self-promo workbook video. So I'll go through this first. So for self-promo, we had to basically just film us flicking through our book. So it was an above shot of us just talking through the work. So every week they set us little tasks to do. So yeah, this is one. So this is about brands doing what they love. So I did this one on Hissy Fit, and you just talk through. Here's some cards from Hissy Fit. You just talk through what they do. It was all about the notion of the video was kind of, I did this and this showed me this, or I did this and it's taught me this. What other tasks were there? Had to do a personal SWOT. This part isn't that exciting. Potential job roles. This bit isn't that exciting, isn't that creative, but essentially it was something that we had to do. I developed my own handwriting into a font that I used in my portfolio. Yeah, that was that. That was that little part. That's just kind of setting us up for the second semester, and just we're actually going to be developing our own branding, so business cards, a proper online portfolio, all that jazz. So that's exciting. The main part was this visual report. So the report was a 3,000? I'm pretty sure it was 3. I literally can't even remember. I'm pretty sure it was 3,000 words, but it's a visually led report. So it's not just an essay with pictures. It is literally it's got to be more than half of the content. It's got to be image based, if that makes sense. So it's called a remix brief because we had to take one of the projects that we've done across the first semester and come up with a new concept for it. So I chose, we did a publishing brief. So we created our own zine. This was the zine that I created, but this was all group work. So if you saw I think it was my third video, I did a weekly vlog kind of talking all about this. So we created this zine. It was all kind of about female empowerment and just kind of the things that women have to go through every day, whether you're a celebrity or not, that bits of that. So the brief for this was actually create a zine for the younger female audience on an activism related theme, and it's in collaboration with TSPTR, which is the brand we went to work with. So I then created my own. This is a second issue of that. So this zine is all about being nice, and that people often forget to simply be nice to one another, especially in the society and climate that we're in right now. But this zine is, I'll show you through the visual report as well, like exactly what kind of went into it, but this was my outcome for it. And I'll show you my visual report now. Okay, so I thought I will go through my visual report like this. I'm screen recording, so hopefully this works. Firstly, I have this Spotify playlist that I made. I asked everyone to send me one of their happy songs, and I collated them all into a playlist. Because like I said, my zine was about being kind and kind of being nice to one another. So I thought this playlist would set a tone for that, for the whole visual report. So whoever was marking my work could kind of get the whole happy vibes. So feel free to scan that, or I will also leave a link below for that Spotify playlist. So I'll just quickly go through all of this because not all of it's exciting. We had to do reflection. One of the learning outcomes for this brief was all about reflections. There's a lot of that throughout this. So this was kind of reflecting on the briefs that we did throughout the semester, and then which one that I chose to do. So yeah, this was with the first zine that I did. It's only a couple of pages because I'll put the rest in my appendix, but I won't bore you with that because that's not very exciting. More reflection. This was the brief. Introducing the brand TSPTR. I will just quickly flick through some of this because some of it's not going to be that exciting. Bits about the consumer and then new consumer. Bits on primary research that we did. So like I said, we had to try and make it look quite visual. So yeah, that's Russ, who is the founder of TSPTR. Some insults, some screenshots that I have from my workbook, more primary research, a main insight that I found, more research. There's a lot of research that goes into it, deconstruction of images. Then I started to look at psychedelic art because a lot of the brand has got 70s influences, and I was first looking into this idea of a 70s dream world, so this is why I looked into this. So this was a big part for me. Basically, I was originally going to create a zine based on this psychedelic dream world for women. However, I got myself in such a tears and so confused that I just didn't know what was going on. So I had to basically abandon the idea because the more I worked on it, the more I was getting myself confused. So I took a step back, but I knew I still wanted this psychedelic element in it because I loved the aesthetic of it and I loved kind of the ideas about that. And then I started thinking about the hippie ideals of peace and love and just being nice to one another, which then led me to my idea of doing my zine on being nice. So then I started looking into, first I started to look at different concepts. And I decided to make these all as little concept zines. So yeah, this one was all about that psychedelic aesthetic. I did this one all about sex because a lot of people in primary research that I did, so asking other people about what themes they saw as being wrongly branded as taboo, a lot of like sexual themes came up with that. People comparing themselves to one another. And then you never know who needs a helping hand, which was the one that I went with. So this is the final thing that I went with, psychedelic kindness, taking that psychedelic aesthetic with element to be kind. Bit of theory, significant female philanthropist who I focused on Angela Burdett Coutts, Mother Teresa and Princess Diana in the zine itself. bit of experimentation. Here is the second issue. So taking all about this psychedelic aesthetic. This is one of my favourite pages where I hand embroidered some hearts on that. I made this all by hand, so it's all handcrafted. So I cut out all of those individual letters of Princess Diana and wrote all of this out. All the graphics used I created myself. I made this little peace and love guide at the back, which underneath that is this little bit that says "You're incredible" on it. This was this guide that says help in producing, what's it say? Help in producing peaceful individual existence. It's just something that I found about hippies. Some mock-ups, more mock-ups, and then final reflection. And that is that. So hopefully, as you can see, like, there is a lot of text in it, but a lot of it you have to just make it look visual, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So yeah, hopefully you can see what I mean by a visual report. Everyone takes this in a completely different way, like how to do the report. Mine's, a lot of people make it look very polished, very editorial, very much like it looks like a Vogue issue. Whereas I try to do that, it's just not, I can't do it. So I just kind of doodled on the pages. I thought it also linked with the kind of like zine vibe and aesthetic for it. And I think I really struggled with the report to begin with because I was trying to make it this polished thing. But then I think when I dressed it up and made it more me, I got more into it. So yeah, I won't bore you with my workbook because just have to smile at my neighbour. Because it wasn't officially part of the submission, but basically a workbook is you show your whole working process throughout this. So for example, I don't even know what exciting page to show you, it's not that exciting. It's just, for mine, a lot of writing. Just kind of show all your research, your thinking process, a lot of reflection. Yeah, it helps me to write it all down, otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. And I get very confused very easily, so we have to sort that out. What else do I need to show you? In the self-promo submission and kind of all of that, we had to submit links to our social presence. So that is our Instagram and LinkedIn profile. So I have like a FCP Instagram. If I say FCP, that's Fashion Communication Promotion, if you're wondering. So that is at goose.fashion if you want to give it a follow, just to kind of see what I get up to with my work. And then also a LinkedIn profile, but I'm not going to bore you with my LinkedIn profile because that is not exciting. You just have to just keep interacting with posts, interacting with people, and yeah, just get yourself out there basically. I will now show you my portfolio and bits and bobs with that. Okie dokie, now we have my portfolio. So here is my front page. This kind of collage on the right is something that I produced because of a task that we did in our self-promo sessions that are like given to us. Basically it was a collage all about things that I love. So I have, you know, my House of Sunny dress, I have Highland cows, I have Harry Styles, I have my car, just little bits and bobs, just that I thought it introduced me, and yeah, gives it a little bit more personality. So, basically I decided to do these pages as spreads instead of pages because I think it just makes my work look better. All the titles like this are my own handwriting. So we had to go through this kind of model, I guess, of how they've said to lay it out. So we have what the brief was, our insights from the brief, the concept and our job roles, and also feedback. I think I'm just going to scroll through this. These are just like bits and bobs that I've created throughout this term. This is something that I did last year. I was really happy with these concept boards, so I thought I would pop this in. And then I have my Depop shop. So I make little t-shirts, if you didn't know, with groovy chick designs, but I am gonna expand this further to put some of my collages on these t-shirts. Also, I'm gonna get in some baby tees and I want to do like little prints, maybe some diamante prints on there. We're just going to expand it and kind of make it better. But yeah, it's quite a short portfolio. It didn't have to be that detailed, because if an employer wanted to talk to me, they would then message me and then I would hopefully have an interview. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, that is everything I did for this submission. Hopefully you can see it's quite a lot for one submission. There's a lot of different elements that we have to do for one day, but I guess it gets us prepared for the hectic fashion industry. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you don't think my work's too rubbish. Very, very happy with my grade, and hopefully this time I can only progress from here. Oh, I don't know. I'm hoping now that I don't go lower, which is quite a lot to make sure that I stay on a first, but I'm just going to keep putting in my effort. This project I'm doing right now is all about trend forecasting, which is something completely different than anything that we've done before. So basically predicting future trends for autumn winter 21-22, which is very interesting but very difficult. But yeah, maybe I'll take you along in a weekly vlog or something else that I do on my course. But I hope you enjoy. Hope everyone is okay, powering through with uni work or just powering through with life. Sending all my love always, and hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye. Ooh, jazz hands.